What up, what up, what up? Y'all tuned in. Pimp Mode TV, man. And this part 2 of cities in Louisiana. We on part 2 of cities in Louisiana. I know y'all probably thought I forgot about starting the cities in Louisiana. In part 2, we talking about Abita Springs. Y'all know we got to get us something fired up, of course. But we just tapping in with Abita Springs. Abita Springs, Louisiana. This is part 2. Alright, Abita Springs is often described as the quirky heart of Louisiana North Shore. So first of all, Abita Springs is North Louisiana. That's the North Shore, located in Tammany Parish. You know what I'm saying? About an hour north of New Orleans. It's a town that managed to be peaceful, historic retreat and a hub for eccentric folk art and craft beer. So Abita Springs about that beer. Just know if you go to Abita Springs, them motherfuckers love to drink. We finna tap in more about Abita Springs. They love that craft beer though. We finna tap in and just get into more about what the city is about. We finna get into more about what the city is about. Okay, we're gonna talk about what Abita Springs famous for. Most people visit Abita Springs for 3 specific reasons. The first reason, Abita Brewing Company. Abita Brewing Company is one of the oldest and largest craft breweries in the southeast. So the Abita Brewing Company is in the southeast. Okay. You can tour the state of the art facility or visit the Abita Brew Hub located in the original brewing building for flight of purple haze or alligator and some boudin balls. So they got some shit called a flight of purple haze or alligator and some boudin balls. If you from Abita Springs or from somewhere and you know what purple haze or alligator is, I know what boudin balls is, but the purple haze, unless they talking about smoke, I know what that is, but if they talking about food, I ain't never heard of it. Okay. The second thing Abita Springs is famous for is the healing waters. Abita Springs, of course, is a spring water. It has spring water. Of course, it got some type of fountain of youth or spring there. Okay, the healing waters is the town was founded as a 19th century resort destination because of its artesian springs. So it got an artesian spring. Supposedly supposed to be healing waters. You know what I'm saying? Might have to check that out. I've never been there in my life. But I am into traveling, so I might take a trip there. Go see what it's about. But yeah, they got a healing waters. And the third thing that Abita Springs is famous for, the Abita Mystery House. UCM Museum, a world famous roadside attraction. It's an eccentric collection of thousands of folk art pieces, vintage memorabilia, and oddities like Daryl the Doggy Gator. Daryl the Doggy Gator. I don't know nothing about that. Y'all tap in if you from Abita Springs and you know what Daryl the Doggy Gator is. Half dog, half alligator. Okay, that explained it all. It is the definition of weird and wonderful. So Abita Springs Mystery House is the definition of weird and wonderful. So I'm assuming maybe if you go to Abita Springs, it might seem weird to you. Might seem weird to you. It's an outdoor and active life. Abita is a primary stop on the Tammany Trace, a 31-mile rail-to-trail path that connects 5 North Shore towns. You know, some of the things to do: cycling. You can rent bikes in nearby Mandeville or Covington and ride into the Abita Trailhead. So they got a Abita Trailhead. They got a trailhead you can ride into. I guess it's 31 mile. Yeah, 31-mile trail. The Trailhead Park features a museum, a splash pad for kids, and the historic 1884 pavilion originally built for the New Orleans Cotton Centennial Exposition. So it was originally built for New Orleans. You know what I'm saying? And then they got nature preserve. The Abita Creek Flatwoods Preserve offers a look at rare pitcher plant bogs and longleaf pine forests. It's a lot of outdoor life, Abita Springs. They got culture and events. The culture and events. Okay, Abita Springs Opry. Guess that's one of the events. A series of acoustic concerts, bluegrass, old time country, held in the town hall. It's a very community first vibe with red beans and rice served during intermission. So this city is more of a community base. This city is all together. And I would think it has a lot of Indians here. This is a place where a lot of Indians reside, I would say. Not a big town at all. Okay. They got Louisiana Bunker Festival. And we finna get into what that is. It's held in the spring, featuring street performers and musicians from across the region. So the Louisiana Bunker Festival, that's held in the spring. You know, and they just got a whole bunch of different artists featured there. They come out and perform, you know what I'm saying? Then they got the Pushmo Parade, a quirky Mardi Gras parade where residents decorate lawnmowers instead of large floats. So they bring out lawnmowers at the Pushmo Parade. And then Sunday Farmers Market, held every Sunday at the trailhead, featuring local honey, wild caught seafood, and regional crafts. So the Farmers Market is where they sell a lot of the things that they make, the different things that they enjoy. I guess that helps the community. That food and drink. The food and drink, okay. We finna get into that. The local food scene focuses on southern comfort with the North Shore twist. So it focuses on the southern eating, but it got that north twist to it, you know. Abita Springs Cafe is one place they got. The go-to spot for classic southern breakfast or a massive, easy, cheesy burger. So they got burgers and breakfast going on at the Abita Springs Cafe. The Abita Brew Pub, great for outdoor patio dining right next to the bike trail. So it's an outdoor patio dining. That's the Abita Brew Pub. I guess that's where they beer served at. You know what I'm saying? And they beer is made from the artesian water. All of their beer is made from the artesian waters that they have there. Got a place called Mama D's Pizza. It's a favorite place for wood-fired pies. So I guess they sell pizza and pies there. Artigue's Abita Market, a family-owned grocery store that is a local landmark in its own right. And here goes some quick facts for the travelers. Let's see what we got here. Quick fact for the travelers. The vibe in Abita Springs seems to be artsy, historic, relaxed, and eccentric. The best time to visit Abita Springs would be spring or fall for the Opry and the outdoor festivals. That's when they go on. And the location, 45 miles north of New Orleans via the Lake Pontchartrain Causeway. So this is 45 miles north New Orleans. And that's via Lake Pontchartrain Causeway. And then the place, this is for the travelers. And the only place that I see to stay, Abita Springs Hotel. It's a charming restored historic building right in the center of town. So it's right in the center of town. I appreciate y'all tapping in with me, man, as I do these cities in Louisiana. This was part 2, which was Abita Springs. Y'all gonna give me a like, subscribe to the channel. Let me know what cities y'all want to hear about in Louisiana. If you're from Louisiana, tap in the comment section and let me know what part of Louisiana you're from. I'm from that A-town, Alexandria, Louisiana. But I'm just tapping in different places, seeing where I want to visit, because this year we moving around. We moving around with this vlogging. We moving around with this content, period. I appreciate y'all, man. I love y'all. Stay focused. Continue to pimp your situation and stay out the way of them people, man. Y'all already know how I say it. Stay out the way of them people, man. We out, baby.